So Aztec, you say, what happens after 12 months period? Can you pay another 10K for another 12 months or access the team? Or do you get to still use the team after the 12 months? Well, quite frankly, absolutely. It's a really good question to ask. The first 12 months is with me. I'm actually hand holding you for the whole process of your first deal, which means I will teach you the content for the first 4 weeks. And then after that, I give the mentees 6 1-hour calls to go through individual parts of the purchasing process. So the first hour is you find a deal after the course. Typically, you do a course of a month, and then within month 2, you started to buy something. So you find a deal and ring me. It will analyze that particular deal to make sure that all the bases are covered. That's the first hour. The second hour is around, you got keys now. Let's talk about how much we need to spend on the refurbishment. So I will hand hold you through that process a little bit. I'll give you my thoughts on it. The third hour is around how to finance and building on the way in, as well as then the fourth hour is around title split and legal split process of disaggregating that block. The fifth hour is then talking about the refinancing stage and how do I help you shape your refinance, your surveying process, and legal your pack that you'll give to surveyors, etc., to maximize that value so you can extract as much as possible of your capital that you've put in. And then the last hour is a buffer hour if there's anything to then cover of that's not been covered, or there's something that comes up in between the hours that we've kind of scheduled. We didn't use the hour to cover anything that's come up specific to your block. So that's roughly how the structure is done. Then that last 12 months on the completion on your first deal. Thereafter, you have access to my team, which all the lawyers, the brokers, the bankers, people who mentored with me for 3 years ago, 10 years ago, are still using the team that I've introduced to them at that time. So the same principle applies. After my 12 months with me, you still have access to all of my team to be able to do more and more. That's the idea, is I teach you on the first one, and then you rinse and repeat and build your property wealth over and over again. If anything, I want you to use these team because I don't get paid, by the way, by them. I don't get any kickback or anything like that. I use them myself. That's why I recommend them, because I know they know how the process works, because we've all taught each other along the way over the last 15 years. So the reason why I want you to use them is I want you to be successful over and over again. It makes sense to use those teams. Hope that helps answer your question. If you've got any more information, any more questions, DM me or www.quidditygroup.uk to take a look at the one-to-one title splitting course. It is one of its kind. There's none of it like that out there. It is on a one-to-one. It is not group structure, because group structure, you get lots of information that probably not relevant to you. Here you get me hand holding you through your process and your goals and objectives.